Okay, you cashed in way too fast. Alright guys, so we're going to be pitting Kurt Angle in today's WWE to see if he wins. Now, I pit him in the WWE Champion division, and the division is Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Bray Wyatt, John Cena, and Kurt Angle for the WWE Champion. For the Universal Champion, I pit Omos as champion because Omos has never won a champion before, except for, like, I think tag team champions. So we're gonna pit Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, The Miz. The divisions is Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, The Miz, Cedric Alexander, Cesaro, Robert Roode, Sami Zayn, EC3, Mojo Rawley, and Link Dorado. Oh, Eric Young, Titus O'Neil, Big Show, Heath Slater, and No Way Jose. So, in my opinions, I think the WWE Champion has more advantage because, so for the briefcase, whoever wins that Money in the Bank, they hold the champion for like a whole. They hold the champion for a whole. They hold the Money in the Bank briefcase for a whole year, and after that year is done, they have to make a decision to cash in. Now, I do like the WWE division, so we're gonna go on a first night of Raw. I put them on Raw just because both champions are gonna be defended on Raw. So, almost versus champion, but Kurt Angle is facing AJ Styles. Can he take home the win? No, he cannot. But champion versus champion, and Bobby Lashley wins. Now, that's the match that I want to see. If they, okay, and Kurt Angle is starting it off with John Cena, and he loses again to AJ Styles. Wow. That's 2 losses if you don't. I'm not keeping track of the wins or losses, but that's already a rivalry. And it's already 2 losses in the making of Kurt Angle losing. It's 3 losses. Kurt Angle, where is your head in? Put your head in the game, bro. We're already at Money in the Bank. And it could get worse. The match card could be okay. So Kurt Angle is not in a Money in the Bank thing, Money in the Bank ladder match, but Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank ladder match, and AJ beats Kurt Angle again. Bro, Kurt has 4 losses. He has 4 losses, and that's crazy because you lose at a main event. Kurt has like 4 losses to this man. 5. This man says 5. Kurt, where's your head in the game? How do you already have 5 losses? That doesn't set right with me, because you have 5 losses already. It's crazy how you have 5 losses. That's crazy. I don't know how you have 5 losses. Like, that's crazy. Okay, you're facing Samoa Joe, and you get your first win, finally. Finally, you get your first win. You have 1 win, 5 losses. It's not looking so good for Kurt Angle on the first start of his journey, but his journey may lead him to getting a title shot at the WWE Champion or at the Universal Champion. He's at the bottom. I don't know what to say, but he's at the bottom of the divisions. Yeah, he's still stuck at number 10, and AJ Styles just earned his spot for the WWE Champion, and yeah, almost, that's 35 days. Who is number 1 contender? Is Rey Mysterio, and almost is calling out Rey Mysterio. Okay, that's 6 losses and 1 win. I didn't want to keep track of his losses and wins, but it's making me do that because he's not getting no wins. He's getting losses after losses after losses, and I wouldn't be surprised if you lost to Bray Wyatt. 2 wins and 6 losses. You just have to get 4 more wins, bro, and then it'd be tie. It'll be a tie if you get 4 more wins. But this man cannot keep momentum. And he does not show up on this Raw. So we go to the next Raw of July. First Raw of July. And he's facing AJ. And he does get a win. Okay, now you have to get 3 wins to get your head in the game. You got to be... We got to see my man can get a champion. Everybody get... Wait. That man's... I'm sorry. But that man's, I don't know my video yesterday, but... Yeah. He won the champion in under, like, weeks. Let me get my phone so I can remember that video. What's that video? Wait, guys. Yeah, YNW Melly got the Universal Champion in under, like, weeks. And he won it. And then he won at WrestleMania. He won at the Royal Rumble. And then got his shot for the champion again. I think he won at the Royal Rumble. Did he? I don't know. But man's YNW Melly got a champion and under... Okay. At this point, don't give Kurt Angle a Ricochet. Bobby Lashley's still champion. Omos is still champion. I think Omos is going to be the most dominating champion over Bobby. Only because Bobby has... I picked Bobby as champion multiple times. And... really, this man's lost the champion each time. AJ Styles is going for the WWE champion. And he's at the top of the rankings. Wow. Kurt Angle's at number 5. He's not at a bad rating. He just doesn't win any matches. See? He loses more. Get him out the rivalry with AJ Styles. He cannot beat the Phenomenal One. He can't beat... If he can't beat Drew McIntyre... He can beat... You see, he can beat big people. But when it comes to AJ Styles... He loses almost every single match with AJ. I want you to end the rivalry. Get this man out of the rivalry. Have him facing everybody. He's gonna be facing AJ, ain't he? Yep, he's gonna be teaming with the Phenomenal One. Did AJ leave? Animosity between enemies is on the verge of boiling between them. Try giving his rival a taste of his own medicine by blind tagging himself into the tag match. Responded with an attack and left him alone. So Kurt Angle left. But at the same time, they won the match. It's a good thing they won. I wouldn't count that tag team match, no. Brock and AJ? Somebody attacked. Yeah, my man's... We're gonna see Kurt and AJ every single week. Until we hit WrestleMania. We're gonna see Kurt and AJ. Okay, Kurt and Bobby. That's not a bad match. That's not a bad match. Right? Something happened after the match. Yeah. All I want over the championship. The two superstars brawling on the stage after the match. This back and forth rivalry has brought out the worst in these superstars. Winning his last title rematch will be no doubt be a matter of pride between them. Well, if AJ wins the WWE champion before Kurt, that means Kurt needs some improvement. Kurt needs some very much improvement because he's lost so much. He's lost almost every single match with my man's Kurt Angle. And we're gonna see AJ and Kurt every single freaking pay-per-view and week. Can this end it? And Seth Rollins is the new WWE champion. And who's the new Universal champion? Almost is still Universal champion. I told you he's gonna be a dominating champion. But can we quit getting AJ and Kurt Angle? Finally, y'all switch it up with something new. Kurt and Robert Roode. Oh, now he's having a whole brawl with Brock Lesnar. Look, Brock Lesnar, he wasn't doing nothing to you. You just attacked him for no reason. That was only a one thing, and they beat your team in a tag team match. AJ and Brock, Kurt is now on the show, but who is Bob? I want to know who Bobby Lashley's calling out. Bobby Lashley is calling out the WWE Champion, Seth Rollins. Bobby Lashley is dominating champion. When we get dominating people, it's always Roman Reigns. I would expect it to be Roman Reigns. I would expect Roman Reigns to enter himself into every single thing, every single pay-per-view. I would expect Roman Reigns to win, to keep the Universal Champion. I would expect it to be Roman as Universal Champion, but I pick Omos as Universal Champion because I think it's the better. And Omos is still your Universal. Bobby Lashley's lucky. He's a two-time WWE Champion. Bobby Lashley took the victory in his championship match tonight, pulling off the unexpected to win the WWE Champion. He's a two-time WWE Champion. Everybody's giving everything to my mans right here. And I'm surprised Omos is still Universal Champion. But a big dude like that and having every jobber, cruiserweight, high-flying superstar into this, it's pretty crazy how this man beats everyone. There's not that one dude that can beat Omos. Now, Bobby Lashley did lose his champion, but he got it back. He got it back at SummerSlam. And that right there, I mean, Hell in a Cell. That right there is, I don't know. Bobby Lashley is just a beast. Okay, Kurt Angle beats John Cena. I want to see Kurt Angle win the Royal Rumble. Now that would be the best thing that could ever happen for Kurt to win the Royal Rumble. Now, I'm not watching the Royal Rumble. I don't want to watch the Royal Rumble. He gets beat by John Cena. I don't want to watch the Royal Rumble because it's long. Why would I want to watch the Royal Rumble? I'm gonna see who's in. And Seth Rollins is a two-time WWE champion. He gets back his WWE. Nobody can beat Omos. Nobody can beat Omos. Not that one person, but everybody can beat Seth. Everybody can beat Bobby Lashley. This WWE champion is going back and forth. And nobody has even got to put their hands on the Universal Champion yet, but almost. I know. Bobby Lashley about to get another opportunity and become a 3-time WWE champ. Now, that right there, if Bobby Lashley keeps losing his champion over and over again, and if Seth loses the champion, wins it back, if Seth loses the WWE champion, win it back, and Bobby Lashley wins, Bobby Lashley is the most person with the most WWE champion captured. Like, he's captured the WWE champion more than anybody else. Roman Reigns is a beast. He's captured every Universal Champion I put in front of his face. Now, I know Bobby Lashley. Yeah, what'd I say? Bobby Lashley getting another WWE Champion opportunity. And he's gonna win. And then Seth they're gonna keep going back. I don't know what's wrong with this universe mode. It seems like Kurt gets a win, loses a win, can't get his head in the game. He had a bad start. Now I'm kind of seeing the same thing. And Bobby Lashley is a 3-time WWE champion. I knew it. Bobby's lucky. The WWE must love Bobby. And Bobby loved them women. We know that. Bobby loved them women. Now, Kurt, I want to see the divisions. if the divisions changed. Now, I'm not looking at the Universal Champion one because they don't have good divisions. Okay, Curry is still in 10th place, and AJ still holding that #1 ranking for the WWE Champion. But has AJ even got a WWE Champion opportunity yet? I don't see how that's fair. Now AJ was whooping Kurt Angle's ass, and when he becomes #1 contender, who loses the champion? Okay, Omos is #1 on the rankings. Kurt Angle's number 10. He pushed back 5 points. Now AJ, I don't see how that's fair that AJ doesn't get a championship opportunity, but he's #1 contender, and he beat Kurt Angle multiple times just to get that #1 spot for the champion. I don't see how that's fair. That's not fair at all. I don't even think this rankings is gonna move up. It's from Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley, and they lose to the Usos. Now I don't know what is wrong with this universe mode, but Bobby Lashley is getting the most opportunities I've ever seen, and the rankings are not moving. It almost is still Universal Champion. It's crazy though. How is AJ is not getting a title shot, but he's #1 contender for the WWE Champion? How stupid is 2K? He's still #1 contender for the WWE Champion. Well, like nobody else, Omos has only won the champion 1 time, and he's only held it for 210 days, more than anybody else. More than the WWE Champion, cause who's Omos calling out? He's calling out Ricochet. Now if Ricochet can take the champion, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised. We got Royal Rumble also. Royal Rumbles, we're close to an end at Royal Rumble. We're close to that edge. Kurt has still not got a title shot. AJ hasn't got his title shot. Nobody has got their title shot. And I don't even think Kurt is gonna get a title shot. The rate he was going is not... Rate that he was going and rate that he's going now, he's not improving. He's just showing up on every single show. He's not improving. He loses every single match that I've seen. And he's in the longest rivalry. Like, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this universe mode? Like, rivalries are so long. They last to a whole nother month. They last till 5 months. Okay, AJ finally got a title shot. And he could not capitalize, and Bobby is still your WWE Champion. And Ricochet is your Universal Champion. I was about to say, if he won the Royal Rumble. And it's been won by Dash Wilder. But Ricochet got multiple opportunities, and he finally capitalized, and he takes the Universal Champion. But Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, 6-man. He could be going against 5 people for that Universal Champion. Yeah, his title run could end early because we got Elimination Chamber, but it could extend if only. Yeah, we got. Okay, he only gets to defend against Omos. It almost won it that fast. He said, "You must have got the champion, but I'm taking a champion back. He's a two-time Universal Champion. Now, he's catching up with Bobby. Bobby loses champion one more time, then that's a 4-time. I don't even understand how you can get that champion that much times. Me, I could be a 13-time. Who's number one? Who's number one contender for the W? Does the divisions not move? Like, they're not moving at all. Okay, I'm confused. These divisions are not moving. What is up with the divisions? Is my thing rigged?